Oh, I can hear your voice.
Oh, my voice is so beautiful.
It's a delightful voice, Wilkie. Have you ever thought about a career as an audiobook reader?
I genuinely have. I had a gig up on Fiverr for voice talent work. I never got any orders on it, but I tried.
See, that's the wrong approach. Trying is the main thing, but also it's the wrong thing. So
Okay.
what you want to do
Yoda.
is you want to grab Jeff Bezos' phone number, just like go and
Yep.
look for it. It'll
Just
be out there
Google
on the
it.
internet.
Yeah.
Google it. Then you want to give him a ring and be like, yo, Bezos, you work for Amazon. Specifically, you own Amazon. And you know what Amazon owns? Audible. Now you're going to give a nice little podcast called Boy Review, a little Audible sponsor money. And
Okay.
we're going to read you, specifically Wilkie, me, the person who's calling you because I'm pretending to be you right now.
Yeah.
You're going to give me a job at Audible reading one of your audiobooks. And I mean like a proper audiobook, not one of these measly 200-word books that people pretend.
You know what that is? That's a tweet. I'm not reading tweets.
Well, you could be like, I'll read some tweets if they're part of the book, but I'm not reading just one tweet's worth of words.
Yeah. I had a butler called Tweetsworth once.
Oh, what did did you have to fire him, or did Tweetsworth just
Yeah, I had to fire him. He kept secret information about my household on his Instagram story.
Oh no, what was the worst thing that he let slip?
It actually took a photo of me in my in the bath. You know, when you tell your butler, you say, draw a bath for me, and he ran a bath. He drew a bath, as it were. There was a time when he like drew me a picture of a bath, and I was like, Tweetsworth, you know that's not what I wanted.
I'm on Tweetsworth's side though. If someone said draw me a bath, I would paint them a lovely picture. Well, I wouldn't paint because that would be paint them a bath. But I'd like get out my sketching pencils and draw a really nice bathtub. Put some really nice little feet on the bottom of it.
Ooh,
Give it
bathtub
like
with
nice
feet.
sort of like circular, circular, kind of rounded shape. There we go. But Tweetsworth took a picture of you whilst you were in the bathtub. That's pretty.
Yeah, and he put it on his close friend's Instagram story.
That's not okay.
Look, okay, there were no genitals in the picture. Like that's not what we're talking about here. But it's
It's the principle.
It's the principle of the thing, and you could see what you could see was my Playmobil jumbo pirate ship, which I like to have in the bath with me. I lost a lot of internet cred when people learned that I bathed with a pirate ship.
That's all right, Wilkie, because we're still here for you.
Play the theme tune.
My printer's printing.
The printer, yes.
I'm gonna wait until the printer's finished printing.
That's a good
'cause
idea.
it's
That's a
gonna be
good
loud.
idea. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to a little show we like to do here at the weekends, or as you call it, Thursday. It's, of course, Boy Review, hosted by me,
And
Hamish.
me, Wilkie. Thursday has never... Look,
Thursday's an aspiration.
Thursday's a goal. You know, you don't want to hit your goals too quickly. You've got to...
No.
You've got to
It will happen eventually, and then we'll stick
you've
on
got
it.
to have long-term goals, and the long-term goal is for this show to come out on Thursday.
It's like when my New Year's resolution wasn't to start working out. It was once I started working out, don't stop. So like, because I didn't want to be like, I'm going to start going for a run every week. I wanted to be like, once I start going for a run, that's it. I'm going to start running, or I'm going to start doing fitness. And got to say, a few months in, not started yet.
You also haven't broken your New Year's resolution. It's very smart.
Yeah.
Technically, you've got them on a technicality, which is good.
Yeah. Well, because like fitness is very much one of those things where no one particularly enjoys working out. What they do is they enjoy the regularity to it. Sort of it becomes part of your routine when you start working out, and you don't want to then lose your routine.
Yeah, that's what I found when I did Catch to 5K. I got all the way to week 9. I didn't miss a week. It became really easy to just like be like, yeah, today's run day, and like there's no like stress about hyping yourself up because like it's Runday. I do 3 of them a week. There's
Runday.
nothing strange about it. Maybe we say that Boy Review starts coming out on Runday, which is like a cool new made up day that happens whenever we happen to get round to it.
Yeah, when does Runday come? Does it come before or after Monday? Because it sounds a lot like Monday. Does it come like after Thursday?
Well, if it's the day that the podcast comes out, then it definitely comes after Thursday.
Yeah.
Still-
I this past 2 weeks though, I've got away with it by putting out the Twitch stream on the Thursday.
The Twitch
So
streams have been good. I watched you trying to run people over last night.
that was a lot of fun.
It looked very fun.
Because Alex and I were really struggling to win. We just could not get a victory royale. And we're like, you know what? We're going to set ourselves smaller goals. And so the smaller goal was to try and run someone over with a big truck.
And you nailed it.
And then, it's been my birthday.
Yes, of course. Your birthday was a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Hamish. You're old now.
I am 23 now, so I am verifiable old. I get a little grey check mark next to my account on Twitter.
It's grey because you're old.
Yeah, it's lost all the colour. Though I've yet to find any grey hairs, so have a look. Maybe this one.
Maybe.
I'll find a grey hair and then I'll get really sad.
Yeah, don't. Look, you're better off not checking because then you'll never know.
Though I have started using shampoo with caffeine in because I've got very thick hair right now, but it's meant to help you. And I'm just like, I've got in my head, you know, if you have those Keeps adverts on podcasts, they're always like the Keeps. They let you keep what you've got. And I'm like, well, I've currently got.
Yeah, that's true. You should start using it as early as possible.
Yeah, because it's always like, this won't make your hair come back, but it will stop you losing it. It's like, okay, why? Then whilst I've got all the hair I could want, I'm going to do this. Otherwise, I'll end up like Prince William, where he's got like no hair at all.
Wasn't he like, we had this conversation before, right? He was, because I can never remember the conversations that we have like off the show or that I have with other people. My memory's just that bad. But it's like, Prince William was named like world's sexiest bald man.
I've never heard of that. What was he named? How many sexy bald men are there?
I'm gonna Google it. Prince William.
Wait, was that for this year?
Sexiest bald man. Okay, there's a article on The Guardian.
See, you and I must have very different internet search histories because Google's recommended me The Sun.
Yeah. Okay, Prince William is not the world's sexiest bald man.
See, I've got something here from 16th of March 2021. The 38-year-old Duke has been described as sexy a whopping 17.6 million times online in blogs, reports, and pages found in Google searches. Researchers found Prince William has been named as the world's sexiest bald man.
Yeah.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson came in second with 8.8 million sexy, hot, or attractive mentions on the internet. And then Jason Statham came in third.
Wait, hang on. What was that last person's name?
Jason Statham.
You swapped around the last letters, so you said Jason Statham. Yeah, so it's not actually a real study. It's just, you know how like you can make the data say whatever you want it to say if you point it at the right thing. Yeah, it's creating dubious surveys designed to generate headline friendly results to get your company's name in the news is a bog standard PR technique.
Yeah, because apparently Pitbull, who I don't think many people think of Mr. Worldwide very much nowadays, he came fourth. Otherwise, they had some interesting picks. They had John Travolta. So, though Putin missed out on the top spot and in the top 10 as well.
Someone's getting a call about that.
The Rock only came in 9th. What is this?
It's fake is what it is,
This is a bad list.
Fake.
It's fake. Oh, this is a bad. Sexiest bald man alive is bad because it's wrong.
Incorrect.
And that's the objective truth.
Stanley Tucci. He didn't get it.
Oh, that's a shame. Sexiest bald man alive for 2021. Wrong. Oh, I'm angry, Will.
7% of US adults think chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
No.
Yeah. Again.
That's not true.
Okay, obviously it's not true, but like 7% of US adults also, that's not that the stat is also untrue because it was worded so confusingly that nobody really it was impossible to work out what you were meant to answer.
I mean, I'm glad that people don't believe that milk comes from chocolate from brown cows because that would just be weird. But I'm ready to give me something to take my energy out on.
Yeah, while you're all riled up, I was scared you were going to segue there and we were both going to try and segue into something else. while you're all riled up, have you heard about Cuthbert the caterpillar?
Oh, okay, Wilkie. I am ready to throw down with this. I have, of course, heard of Cuthbert the caterpillar, but for everyone that's listening at home who, if they don't know about Cuthbert the caterpillar, have they been living under a rock? So you explain what's been going on, and then I'm ready to weigh in on this. I am going to provide my ruling.
So in England, there's a shop called M&S, a supermarket called M&S, Marks and Spencer's, and they sell a cake in the shape of a caterpillar. It's a long chocolate cake with a layer of chocolate on the outside, Smarties, I think, or like Smarties adjacent things, and then a caterpillar like shaped bit of chocolate on the front. It's called Colin the caterpillar. And caterpillar cake is like a thing, right? Lots of birthday parties, you'll specifically request a caterpillar cake. It's become a bit of a social, a bit of like a cultural phenomenon, right? And lots of other shops also make a caterpillar cake. I'm looking at spot the difference here. There's one from Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison's, Co-op, Waitrose, and most notably recently, Aldi. Aldi is a budget supermarket. Everything's a lot less expensive there than it is at the sort of much more high-end Marks and Spencer's. Aldi call their caterpillar Cuthbert, which is brilliant. And M&S are suing Aldi over this caterpillar cake. And the internet is furious. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
See, I want to say, I think that Marks and Spencer's is doing the right thing here, right? They put a lot of effort into Colin, and you know what? Because I'd be with you that I know there are so many caterpillar cakes, and it's pretty cool. It's this long, it's basically the best thing about a Swiss roll, but then they've wrapped it in more chocolate and given it a face. Wow, excellent. Where Aldi messed up is that the face that they slapped on the front is practically identical. If you look at the two little caterpillar chocolate molds that they've slapped onto the front of their caterpillars, they look the same. They've not even done the cheeky thing and swapped the chocolate around. And you know what? That's not okay. I had a caterpillar cake for my birthday from Tesco, and they put an icing orange face on the front.
Okay.
Very different. And it's got these little extra nubbins.
Sainsbury's is identical. Waitrose uses the same white chocolate face. The problem here, I've done the politician hand. I'm doing the politician hand. The problem here isn't that Aldi have copied M&S, right? Because everyone's making caterpillar cakes, right? Through the fact that nobody's done this before, we're saying that this must be allowed, all right?
Oh, you know what, Wilkie? I will give you... Wait, let's have a look. Okay, this Sainsbury's one actually looks a little bit different. It's got like a little button nose and it's got sprinkles on the top. And then Waitrose. It's difficult to find like a good list of them all.
I can send you the picture I'm looking at.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Oh, the Waitrose one. It has little googly eyes though.
But they're different. So similar, right? You can't say that Aldi's is too similar. The problem here, Hamish, is that when a kid wants a caterpillar cake, if they have to go to M&S to get it, they're going to be paying a lot more than if they go to Aldi. And what if a kid from a less economically positive background wants a caterpillar cake, right? They have to pay M&S prices? No, they can pay Aldi prices.
True, but they can get these other caterpillar cakes. It's just because like Aldi has been running that fine line between trying to be a knockoff version of everyone else's stuff. That's sort of their gimmick. All of their packaging, all of their products look like something from somebody else. And I think it's time for them to be knocked down a peg and start coming up with their own ideas. Be original. Boy Review, we never steal ideas from anybody else. All of the content we do is completely unique, new, and original. And I'm over here being like, Cuthbert, you can be your own thing. Stop trying to be Colin. Pick yourself up off the ground and turn into a beautiful butterfly. Because that's the reason I'm angry is Aldi needs to go one step further and they need to make a butterfly cake. Because butterflies also have that long body, but they just stick two big wings on it. And they're like, you know what? We're better than all
This
of you.
cake has transcended.
We're the only butterfly cake. Right. And this is where it comes in, Wilkie. This is why I'm riled up, because Aldi could be going above and beyond. They could go all might on the caterpillar cake industry in the UK, and they're not doing that. Also, as Aldi have wronged me in the past, and much like Burger King, I'm willing to take that to my grave.
Okay, well,
take Aldi out.
If you want to talk about going above and beyond, can we talk about Aldi's media presence? Right, Aldi have started #free Cuthbert. They've got it
that
trending.
Is really funny.
Some of these tweets are brilliant. Cuthbert has been found guilty. ... of being delicious. Wayo.
They just give zero shit about any of this.
The picture of the Oprah Winfrey interview, right, with Harry and Meghan, but instead of Harry and Meghan, it's Cuthbert, and it says like, were you silent or were you silenced? Packaging update, #free Cuthbert. It's Cuthbert, but it looks like a prison cell.
I feel like all of this is great, but it's gonna look very funny and very bad if it is sort of decided that Cuthbert is stealing.
Because look, here's something I'm looking forward to. Okay, if the court does rule that Cuthbert is too similar, do you know what M&S will then have to do? They'll have to explain why Cuthbert is so much cheaper. It's like, well, M&S, if Cuthbert is so irrevocably similar to your Colin, why is he so much cheaper?
Maybe they'll use that to bring the price down. Maybe this is all a big war, and M&S is gonna become the new Aldi.
Perhaps
gonna drop all their prices.
That's the option that we're going to be faced with. Because here's the thing, right? Why would you not go budget, right? Like, there's very few scenarios where buying like super expensive artisanal stuff is preferable. Like, I get own brand everything. The last time I bought name brand anything was never. I don't even get name brand chocolate spread anymore. I don't even get Nutella, because like chocolate hazelnut spread is just as good, and it's like half the price.
I'll give you that. I do sometimes get some branded products. So I prefer sort of like Heinz ketchup and Heinz baked beans to non-main brands. I'll eat non-Heinz beans and stuff like that, but when it comes to tomato ketchup, Heinz, it's just the recipe they've got is way better.
That must just be placebo. There's no way. It's all just the same sauce in different bottles.
I don't. Maybe it is. I honestly could feel like I could tell the difference between like other various ketchups and Heinz.
That's what we've got to do.
That's
what we've got to do. When we can do stuff in person. Chocolate spread, okay.
Chocolate spread. I don't like Nutella, but I do really like the Cadbury.
Oh my god.
Cadbury chocolate spread.
No, get out. There's no point.
Well, because there is a point, because Nutella has hazelnuts in, and Izzy is allergic to hazelnuts.
Okay, maybe there is.
So you need to get chocolate spread, and just dairy milk chocolate better than all the rest. That 1.5 cups of milk. Wow, excellent.
Maybe.
Chef's kiss.
Maybe, Hamish. You know what, Hammer? We've been arguing a lot today. We've been opposed. I think we need to work together on something.
Okay. Oh wait.
You got a review.
We've got a review. We've got a review.
You're always on that, Hambo. We've got a review. What are we? We're reviewing Cuthbert, or are we reviewing the court case?
Okay. I don't think we can review the court case. I think I don't know enough about the legal stuff to be like, this is a good court battle, and I don't think so. I want to said like maybe just review caterpillar cakes in general, and maybe when we know the decision of the court case, we can readdress this and talk about what we feel about the decision. But caterpillar cakes, I've got to say, I got one for my birthday
this year.
I got the Tesco one, which you can see on the picture you sent, has a little orange icing face, and then I did get given a Colin by. That's maybe why I feel so good, by some friends that knew mum and dad weren't here this year, and they knew mum wouldn't be able to make me a cake, so they brought me a Colin the caterpillar, and so I really like caterpillar cakes. They've got a little bit of everything you want: chocolate,
the little smarty things,
cake, the little smarty things. On the Tesco one, there's like some sort of, they're like chewy sweets, so they're really good. Caterpillar cakes get good.
I'd agree on a good.
Do you agree, Wilkie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Hambo, we've been talking about like copying things and the like who can legally own something, right? Sort of whether Aldi has breached some sort of copyright law in making Cuthbert. So I was thinking we should look up some things that have entered the public domain recently and see if we could turn them into content for Boy Review.
Okay. I like the sound of this.
I've got a selection of things here, right? That entered the public domain in 2020 or will be entering the public domain in 2021. So generally the law is in different countries. Mostly we're looking at things whose creators died in the year 1950 or the year 1951, because that's 70 years. Most copyright lasts for the creator's lifetime plus 70 years, and after that it enters the public domain, which means that you no longer have to ask anyone for permission to use it. It just becomes public.
Yes, so this is basically, we can start making the Boy Review cinematic universe out of things that other people don't own anymore.
That's absolutely what I'm getting at. And the first thing that we look at, something that came out of copyright in 2020, The Wizard of Oz.
Ooh, okay. Wilkie, that gets me excited. So we can do our own Wizard of Oz. Okay, so Wizard of Oz, right? You've got to have Oz, a wizard, a Dorothy, and a couple of witches thrown in there, as well as like a scarecrow, a lion, and a tin man. And maybe a little puppy.
There's a lot of characters. That's a lot of work. Do you reckon we could like cut it down? Who can get smushed into one, right?
Can we cut it down?
Toto is unnecessary. Toto is a cute animal.
We don't need the animal sidekick.
Because look, we're over animal sidekicks these days. Animal sidekicks were fun when it was like a nice novelty, like, oh, they got a real dog on set and he's running around and like it's like he knows what he's doing. It's a little dog actor, but no, look. If we made it these days, it would be a CGI dog. And everyone would be able to tell, and it'd be really disappointing, and it's just going to make the film worse. So, no Toto. Or, Toto's a human.
Ooh, okay. Toto's a human?
By Dylan Sprouse.
Okay.
Toto becomes love interest. Because you...
And then when Toto gets... Toto's tired of his day, then... Dylan Sprouse is like, I'm worn out, man. I've been running around all day. I just need to breathe. It's like, no problem.
Bring on Sprouse.
Cole. He comes in.
Easy.
Plays Toto as well.
Yeah.
They just keep swapping. They're twins. You blink.
The stage directions for Toto are exactly, I don't know what you call them, but like the direction for Toto is still the same, right? He runs around and I guess we got to give him human lines, but like he still runs around the stage like I keep calling it a stage. It's because I'm an actor, don't you know? Like he's always running around like Toto does and like kicking people, I guess. But he's a human.
So So what you have to do is, you know how often when there's like those animals, like I think the classic is sort of from Lassie or something. It's like little Timmy's fallen down a well. What you would do is you would just have Toto, played by Dylan and Cole Sprouse, say, little Timmy's fallen down a well. And then Dorothy repeats back, Timmy's fallen down a well?
And that's so much easier, because then you don't have to translate for a dog. Like, the whole reason...
But you and the audience gets it twice. They like solid on what's going on.
The house has landed on a witch?
And speaking of witches, Wilkie, I think we combine both witches into one. I think good witch, bad witch. I think what they do is we bring on the grey witch, and they come in with a yellow wand, which is like really confusing. Like, where did this yellow come from? And they take a really weird
yellow
name.
Slippers, the topaz slippers.
Oh yeah, yellow slippers. And I think they should take on I think they should just choose to call themselves the Witch of Oz. They're just like, Oz was this really important person to me, even though I didn't really know them, and I want to take Oz's surname. I want to be Ray Oz.
Okay. No, hold on. No, what's Dorothy's surname?
I don't think Dorothy has a surname.
She definitely does. She definitely has a surname. Dorothy Gale. So she becomes... Glinda... So,
Glinda Gale.
Glinda Gale. Glinda the Good Witch. Or... the Wicked Witch of the West doesn't have a name. Yeah, she's like, I'm Glinda Gale, and like becomes Dorothy's mum. But then they go back to the real world, and Dorothy's mum's like, what the fuck? I'm still alive. This is bullshit. Okay, no. Dorothy's parents do have to be dead, though. Dorothy's parents are killed in the tornado because it's a modern film, so the protagonist's parents do have to be dead.
Yeah, so what happens is Dorothy sees her parents and the people from the farm get sort of blown away by the tornado, and then she gets really angry and like in that moment just like whites out, and then when she wakes up she's in Oz, and this whole time we realize that she's at the very end of the film, spoilers, she was sort of like the chosen one. She was the true wizard all along.
Okay.
The wizard doesn't exist. There is no man behind the curtain. It's like they're waiting for the wizard to come back, and Dorothy has returned.
Okay.
It's like Return to Oz.
Not to be confused with the actual film Return to Oz, though.
No, but see, we can call it Return to Oz. We can be like Return to Oz again.
2, the sequel. Return of the Wizard.
Rise of Gale. See, and then we've got it. We've
nailed
got
it.
this great movie, Rise of Gale. So right, we've got Colin Dylan Sprouse's Toto.
Yeah.
We've got Galinda Gale, and we've got Dorothy Gale, who will also be the Wizard of Oz. So we've managed to strip, and we've combined the good and wicked witch together. So now we've just got the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
No, we've got the witch. We've got the witch.
We've got the witch. But we need the Tin Man and the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
As well. So what are you feeling for those, Wilkie?
Hear me out. The Scarecrow is played by Jason Statham.
Okay, yeah.
The Cowardly Lion is played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and the Tin Woodman is played by John Cena. Just 3 real muscle boys.
So you want... Okay, I mean, I could definitely see The Rock doing this kind of comedy Cowardly Lion.
Because he's already done that, the Bambi sketch, right? He was in that Bambi sketch.
Wait, okay. I really like Jason Statham and John Cena as the other characters. But hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, kind of like those classic films of old that you don't get anymore. How about The Rock?
Like the original Wizard of Oz.
Like the Wizard of Oz. But I was thinking like some of those films where one actor plays multiple characters. I'm thinking The Rock plays the Scarecrow, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man. Just really uses those acting chops and plays all 3.
He's got those acting chops. He really does.
And you just see these different personas of The Rock, like the one, and I think the costumes, just like as bad as they were in the original, like it just looks like a man in a lion costume, but it's The Rock in the lion costume. It's a man with silver paint over him. It feels like rather than Goldfinger, it's Silverfinger has touched him, and he's
just turned. Wait, you mean Midas?
No, Goldfinger from James Bond. He paints people gold.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? And then she dies of skin deoxygenization or something.
Yeah, her skin can't breathe.
Like Quiet from Metal Gear Solid, whatever it's called.
Sure. Metal Gear Solid is a thing.
Yeah, wasn't it like the most recent game where there was that sniper lady and she wore like nothing because she breathed through her skin, and that's why she was so steady, because she didn't like her lungs didn't move.
I mean, that sounds like
just an excuse to put her in like ripped tights.
Oh, it probably is. That sounds very much like a Hideo Kojima kind of move. She breathes through her skin.
She breathes through her skin. That's why she's naked all the time. And someone pointed out, like, you could have put her in, like, an 18th century, like, ball gown, and she'd have had the same amount of air, like, on her legs, because it's all open down there. Like, they're all covered, but there's no loss of airflow.
That wouldn't look as cool for all the horny teens. That is why lion costume, it's still The Rock in a lion costume, but it's, like, skin tight. And like very revealing, because the lion has to breathe.
Very revealing.
Very revealing. The Rock has some muscles. He works out lots, and the actors that work out lots, they want that scene where they're shirtless. So we'll give Rock a whole film where he can be shirtless as the Cowardly Lion.
Absolutely right. We've nailed it, Hambo. That's perfect.
Sorted. We've got everything. Oh wait, though we're gonna need like a big fight scene, right? We're gonna need like that big action moment.
Yes.
And I feel like we've cut out a lot of people, but I think we need to add in like a second in command for the witch, right? Like you need someone that comes in and is like doing their dirty work, like the main flying monkey.
Yes. Hear me out, real monkey. Hear me out, Andy Serkis.
Wilkie, I'm not just hearing you out. I agree with you. You can't beat it. Yes, Andy Serkis.
Because we say that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has acting chops, right? Andy Serkis has monkey chops.
He does. He's been a monkey for 3 films. He can do it again.
No one understands monkeys like Andy Serkis does.
Andy Serkis, good.
Yes, agree. That's what all this was leading up to. That's the big review for this section.
Andy Serkis, good. Yeah, but I think our Wizard of Oz is good. I think we did a really good job about really just making Wizard of Oz from a fine film into a brilliant film.
It's a classic. It gets a lot of clout for just being a classic, but we've improved it. We've modernized it.
Yeah, we've said, hey, this isn't just a film. This is a boy review film.
Isn't that also the M&S catchphrase? This isn't just a film. This is a boy review film.
That was unintentional. Please don't sue us.
Yeah, please don't. They're so litigious, M&S, these days.
Yeah, they're waiting for it. Though, to be fair, maybe when we were talking about Colin and the caterpillar, maybe we missed a trick. Maybe we should make a caterpillar cake that looks a lot like Colin, because then boy review would just get loads of free press. We'll settle out of court, but then so that'll be fine. We won't get hit with a thing. We'll be like, yeah, we'll stop making the cake. That's fine. But then we'll be known. Like, everyone in the country knows now about Cuthbert the caterpillar. I didn't know that Aldi had a caterpillar cake, and now I do. And soon everyone will be like, I didn't know Boy Review had a caterpillar cake.
Free advertising.
Free advertising, baby. This is
It's
perfect.
a no-brainer.
Yeah. And Wilkie, if the people do come for us, they're going to need to, like, hear some awesome ideas. So we've given them the Wizard of Oz. Have you got another thing that, like, is going to go out of copyright soon? Or has come out of copyright?
I've got a few. And I think there was one more from last year, but I don't think I don't think we're going to talk about it. It's the Day of the Triffids, but I don't know if you know the Day of the Triffids.
I've heard of it, but I'm not so familiar with it, so maybe not. I know it's about
That's
plants
fair.
that eating people. Maybe we wait a
pretty
few
much.
years and we combine it with a Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Yeah, we do like a Little Shop of Triffids kind of deal.
Now, there are three that I've picked that are going out of copyright, entering the public domain this year. So, if we have our version of it ready for January 1st, 2022, we're all good, right?
Yeah.
And here it is. We're going to combine these three, right? I think instead of picking, we're going to make all three of these into one film.
We're gonna okay. This is gonna turn into like the Amalgus blob from the end of Inside, that video game. Okay, so let's hear it. What 3 things are we gonna be combining?
I have no idea how we're going to do this. Tarzan, Animal Farm, and 1984.
Easy peasy. Okay, firstly,
EZPZ.
Tarzan and Animal Farm. You can just throw it at partway through. Basically, Animal Farm it should start off with Animal Farm, but then partway through, like, to throw a spanner in the works, a little man cub. Not man cub. That's from Jungle Book.
That's the Jungle Book. Yeah, that's the Jungle Book.
A little boy just gets stranded. You know, his parents were driving a tractor nearby, and then their tractor
And he fell off.
capsized, and he fell off, and he was lost. He was lost, like
Lost in the farm.
Lost in the farm. And so
A friendly pig took him in and cared for him.
yeah, and then it becomes this thing
Instead of the
like,
gorillas, you have the pigs.
yeah, exactly. That's easy peasy. But then we can throw in some ideas. Maybe there's an elephant there, because you got to have, like, there's a reference apparently to, like, some of the classic Tarzan. It's like Unk Tantor, and we've got to have Tantor in there, like a big weird elephant doing stuff. Maybe there's like one gorilla.
Just on this regular farm. Maybe it's not a farm. Maybe it's a zoo.
Animal zoo, yeah, the zoo.
If we make it a zoo, then that's where 1984 comes in.
Oh, Wilkie, what's your idea?
Because you've got like Big Brother or whatever, right? Who's in charge of the zoo. So all the animals in the zoo have to, like, go out into the little areas where people can see them, like when they're told to, and they have to do what the people at the zoo tell them to do, or they get punished if they don't follow the system. And then Tarzan, who's been learning about communism from I think that's what Animal Farm's about. I've never seen any of these.
Or read them. They're all books. I assume this is all the book stuff.
These are all the books. Yeah, I've never read Animal Farm or Tarzan. I know about the film Tarzan, but yeah, Tarzan's been learning. He's been informed about all these things by these pigs in like the petting area of the zoo, or maybe it's gorillas. Maybe it is just it's got to be pigs.
Yeah, it's like a weird zoo farm. He nearly falls into the gorilla cage, but it's kind of like that episode of The Simpsons, where they always have that kind of gag where it looks like he's going to do one thing and then he just sort of tumbles into the pig pen.
Yeah.
And also like he's crawling around on all fours, and the zookeeper that looks after the pigs, they know the pigs aren't the most difficult ones to look after, so they've given it to the guy that doesn't really know what he's doing. He shouldn't really be caring. He shouldn't be a zookeeper, but they're keeping him employed, man. And he just assumes Tarzan gets some mud on him, and he just assumes Tarzan's a pig. Doesn't even think twice.
Yeah, he's not paying attention at all.
Though, okay, that is excellent. I think the ending of the film, though, has to be the animals rise.
We've got to have a big set piece at the end.
The animals rise up, and it ends with them forcing the humans to be in a zoo. And whilst there's sort of like a voiceover explaining, like, it's day 21 in the zoo, and they they just narrate what is going on in this sort of like, and all the animals are sat at home watching. They're wondering who's going to get evicted from the zoo.
Day 21 in ZSL London Zoo.
And then in a few years' time, maybe, like, we can't do this right now. If we wait another 100 years, alternate, like, what we do is we wait 100 years and then we do the Zack Snyder cut of this film, and it ends with. It ends forget the Big Brother stuff, the Big Brother TV show stuff. What happens is Tarzan grows up and he learns, and he starts running the zoo, and he runs it for the animals. And then 4 animals, a giraffe, a hippo, a lion, and a zebra, all choose to escape. And it turns out this was a prequel to Madagascar.
Oh my god. I'm doing slam poetry clicking. Yes.
This is very good.
That's true.
And also, if we are going to do Tarzan, we do have to remember to throw in a musical number right at the beginning that is way too banging for the sort of like the energy that is brought to that musical number right at the beginning.
What, Son of Man?
Yeah, it does not match then the rest of that musical. Like that song is too
so
good. For that film.
Is it Phil Collins?
I think so, yeah.
Phil Collins is so good, and Son of Man is. I've been walking around Leamington with my flatmates. Like we'll go shopping or something. We walk into Tesco's, and Malix will often end up just walking along with his girlfriend, and I'll be walking along with Sophie, who won the nerd quiz last week. If you missed that, you should really listen to last week's episode as well. And we'll always end up singing, because she's really into musicals, right?
Yes.
And I'm only a little bit into musicals and like Disney films and stuff. So there's a very small crossover of stuff that we both heard of, but we'll always end up singing "Son of Man." And it's so good.
Oh, well, that's maybe we'll bring you and Sophie in to do "Son of Man." Just like belt it out, give us a banger
in the recording studio.
Sounds good, Wilkie. I'm very excited for this now.
Hell yeah!
What are we going to title it? This has been most of your ideas, so you need to help us bring it home with a title. We've got Tarzan, 1984, and Animal Farm.
1980 Farm. No.
Oh. No. Okay. No. Oh. Wait. Wilkie, you might actually been. I think it should be 19, because we cast Tarzan as a teenager. 1980 Farm.
Teen Farm. No. Because I'm trying to think of like Disney original movies, like How to Build a Better Boy, or like I'm trying to think of like the naming conventions there.
9 Farm 80 Tarzan. 9 Farm 84 Zan. No, this is bad. Tarzan. No.
Tarzan 2.
Tarzan 2?
No, you can't just. I was gonna say just call it Tarzan, but that's what the original film's called. Wild.
Okay.
Like you know how Disney films are just adjectives.
Yes. How about farm? Farm has to be in there, right? Farm, yeah. We've got.
Just call it animal, because it's just about animals, right? We're all animals.
We're all animals deep down inside. We're the real monster.
I've got it. The Zooman Show.
Yes! There we go. That's so good. Oh, that was excellent. The Zooman Show will be a good film coming to theaters near you in January 2022. Look out, world. We're coming.
Look out, world. Here we come. Oh, God. I don't think we can top that, Hambo. I think it might be time to say goodbye. First of all, because we always forget, I want to set a reminder for myself, we want to thank Storyblocks. I believe is where we got our theme tune, World Goes Wild. You can potentially find a link to that in the episode description, or you can find them on Google.
Nice.
You can find us everywhere. We're on podcatchers and we're on YouTube. If you're listening on a podcatcher app, maybe you're out and about, lockdown's being lifted a little bit in the UK, people can go out a bit more. Maybe consider taking us in, watching us on YouTube in the comfort of your home. If you're watching us on YouTube, maybe consider going out, listening to us out in the wild. We stream on Twitch. Hamish mentioned earlier that he's posted some Twitch clips to our YouTube channel. You can find YouTube channel we're just called Boy Review there. We're called Boy Review everywhere. On twitch.tv/Boy Review. Hamish streams semi-regularly Fortnite on a Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, I do.
I think that's all we have to say, because I remember we forget to do that. We forget to tell people about the about where we got the theme tune. And with that, it's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me, and it's a good
goodbye from us. Everyone do their Hamish dance.
Just gotta wave your arms to the side.